In the year 2013, the actress Amanda Bynes was placed under conservatorship, with her mother having legal control of her following several run-ins with the police as well as involuntary psychiatric hold. However, her conservatorship was terminated back in March of 2022 after she provided evidence to the court that it was no longer required. Then in March of 2023, according to TMZ, Amanda Bynes was hospitalized and put on a psychiatric hold. And this was after she was found roaming without any clothes on in downtown Los Angeles. Amanda Bynes flagged down a car and told the driver that she was coming down from a psychotic episode before calling 911 herself. Then there was the actor Shia LaBeouf, whose career has been plagued with controversy and public meltdowns. In 2017, he was arrested in Georgia after swearing at someone who refused to give him a cigarette, and then when asked to leave, Shia LaBeouf became very aggressive and he attempted to flee from the police, but then he was caught in the lobby of a hotel where he continued to act very wildly and strangely.
I have rights. I'm an American. You got me in my hotel, arrested me in my hotel for doing what, sir?
A law enforcement video posted by TMZ revealed shocking statements made by Shia LaBeouf from the back of a police car, including making threats.
So we're not gonna have a conversation?
No!
Okay.
You're gonna put these off my arms or you be
From there, let's look at Charlie Sheen. Following his firing from the show 2.5 Men back in 2011, Charlie Sheen had a very public breakdown where he referred to himself as a warlock with tiger blood and Adonis DNA. He even lived with 2 adult industry stars who he referred to as goddesses and started the hashtag winning.
You judge me, you condemn me, you discarded me. Well, not anymore. Winning!
Charlie Sheen returned to television in 2012 with a lead role in FX's Anger Management, but the show was cancelled after only 2 seasons. Lindsay Lohan was someone who became a household name at a very young age, starting with her dual role in Disney's 1998 remake of The Parent Trap. She went on to star in more Disney films, including Mean Girls, and this was before her personal life began to overshadow her professional life. Lindsay has had numerous run-ins with the law, spending time in rehab and jail for drug and alcohol related offenses. In 2010, she spent 13 days in jail after violating probation and missing 7 alcohol education classes. She also attended court-ordered rehab from October 22, 2010 to January 3, 2011. But despite her troubled past, Lindsay Lohan maintains that she is a normal, nice person and says that she wants people to let go of her past.
You want to change now. Why? Did you just get tired?
Tired.
Finally, there was Britney Spears. Britney Spears shocked the world on February 16, 2007 by shaving her head in front of paparazzi cameras at a Tarzana hair salon. In the documentary Framing Britney Spears, Wesley Morris, the former photography director for Us Weekly, he commented that her actions were a way of saying she was giving up. The media had destroyed the person that she once was, and she was not going to be that person again. Wesley Morris also criticized society for only seeing a crazy person in the images of Britney instead of understanding the situation that she was in. But it didn't stop there. Following the incident of her head shaving, Britney Spears made headlines again when she attacked a paparazzo with an umbrella. This occurred after she and her cousin Ali Sims were relentlessly pursued by photographers while driving through a gas station.
Guys, please guys, don't do this.
And on the day of the incident, Britney had driven to her ex-husband's Kevin Federline's house in hopes of seeing her son, but he didn't open the gate for her at all, and this added to her emotional stress. At number 10, we have the performance with a snake. Britney Spears, she really shook up the entire world with this sensual performance during a jungle-themed version of her song I'm a slave for you with this massive snake that was wrapped around her body. And this performance happened with the snake at the 2001 VMAs. Now, in 2012, Britney posted a throwback to that performance on Instagram, writing as a caption, "Sometimes I wonder what this snake is up to these days. Anybody know where it's at?" Luckily, she survived to tell the tale. Number 9, her 55-hour marriage. Yes, this actually happened. After a public breakup with Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, she got married in 2004 to a childhood friend named Jason Alexander in Las Vegas. Usually it's till death do part, right? But this marriage only lasted for 55 hours. Just a little over 2 days. They both say that it was just the vibe and the spirit of Vegas that led them to make this big jump so quick. And the marriage, of course, was annulled, but this was the beginning of a string of public mishaps for Britney. Next up at number 8, we have Kevin Federline. So back in the year 2004, Britney Spears shocked the world when she started dating Kevin Federline, who was a background dancer, and they got married very, very quickly. After 3 months of dating, Kevin Federline and Britney Spears, they announced their engagement in July 2004, and they were married on September 18th of that same year. Now, they had a whole whirlwind type of relationship, and it left a lot of people confused and scratching their heads, and later she referred to this relationship as being the biggest mistake of her life. But she does thank him for giving her some babies though. Number 7 brings us her reality TV show. Britney Spears had actually released a reality TV show with her then husband, Kevin Federline, and it was called Britney and Kevin Chaotic. Definitely was a whole chaotic experience during that time. The show lasted for just 5 episodes. It was released in the year 2005. And audience, of course, they're very confused by the series and just the whole relationship in general anyways. Which of course, like I mentioned, Britney Spears said that it was the worst decision of her life. Who could not forget this? Number 6, kissing Madonna. Britney Spears and Madonna, they kissed on stage at the VMAs, and the entire world went crazy. It was on the front cover of every newspaper. It was trending all over the internet, and it happened at the 2003 VMAs with a performance with her and Madonna and Christina Aguilera, who also shared a kiss with Madonna, by the way. Now, this is hard to forget. It's one of those moments that you see it, you know about it, and you'll never forget it. It'll definitely go down as one of the most iconic performances in VMA history. Following that up at number 5, we have her kiss with Rihanna. Britney Spears and Rihanna kissed at the 2011 Billboard Music Awards. Now, seeing two women kiss on stage was not as controversial in 2011 as it was in 2003, like not even close. But not many people initially knew about this kiss anyways. It never made it to the live broadcast. After Britney and Rihanna performed S&M together, various other media outlets were the ones that publicized that Britney and Rihanna actually shared a brief kiss on stage. Everybody was like, what? When did this happen? What? But yeah, there was photos of it happening. Number 4 brings us to one of the lowest moments of her life, and that was when she shaved off all of her hair. Britney Spears shaved off all of her hair at a salon after her ex, Kevin Federline, reportedly wouldn't let her see their 2 kids, Sean and Jaden. She had shown up to her ex Kevin's house and she demanded to see their children, but he allegedly refused, didn't let her see them, and this led Britney to drive to a Los Angeles hair salon and asked if she could shave her head. But the hairdresser was like, like, no, we're not gonna do this. So Britney grabbed the clippers and did it herself. Afterwards, she was placed under conservatorship, which meant that her dad, Jamie, had control over her financial and personal assets. Next up, just days after shaving her head, she made headlines again for attacking a paparazzo with an umbrella. She was in a custody battle with her ex Kevin Federline around this time, and that night she and her cousin were driving through a mobile gas station in Tarzana in a silver Mercedes, and that's where she was followed by photographers. Now, even though her cousin Ali Sims begged the paparazzo to leave her alone, Britney just lost it. She lost all her cool. She jumped out of her car screaming, "F you!" And she started banging her umbrella on the paparazzo's car. Definitely something that's gonna make you front page news the next morning. Now, another time Britney surprised the world was with her 2020 hiatus. In January of 2020, Britney Spears, she canceled her new Vegas show Domination, and she said that it was all due to her father's health concerns for the reason why she wasn't going forward with the show anymore. Now, in the months that followed that, Britney, she entered a mental health facility, and that's when the hashtag Free Britney movement really took off. It suggested that Britney was being controlled and forced into certain actions against her will. Now, in April of that year, Britney Spears, she released a video warning fans not to believe everything that you read or hear. So a lot of people were asking, what's going on with Britney? And finally, at number 1, we end off with Britney no longer being under the conservatorship. Britney was put under conservatorship following her very public breakdown in the year 2008. And conservatorship is a legal status to which a court appoints a person to manage an incapacitated or incompetent individual or minor's financial affairs. But Britney, yep, she did it again. She managed to surprise the entire world. In September of 2021, a judge removed Britney Spears' father from her conservatorship, which released her from the power that he had over her life for more than 13 years. Many people never saw this day coming, and fans are eager to see what's next for Britney, as we could still be witnessing the start of one of the most iconic comebacks in entertainment history.
So for those of you that didn't check out the most recent Oscars broadcast, you are in for quite the surprise. Things started off pretty smoothly. Chris Rock was up on stage, taking turns throwing little jabs and jokes around the room at various celebrities. I mean, that's kind of his role there, right? I mean, to entertain the crowd with his comedic talent and keep the show moving along, but everyone having a great time. And it was great. Everyone was laughing. And then, in a truly jaw-dropping moment, Will Smith got up from his seat, paraded onto the stage, and smacked Chris Rock in the face after he made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith, which clearly was not well received by the couple. I mean, guys, I have to say it was insane. I literally had to pause and rewind the video a couple of times. I even questioned if the smack was real, or maybe if it was all an act to amplify the show, or maybe to get Will Smith back in the headlines. But anyways, Chris had made a comment about Jada's shaved head, saying, "Jada, I love ya, G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see ya," which got some groans from the crowd, and he just sort of shrugged it off. But Will didn't seem too happy with that, and it looks like he may have initially attempted to laugh it off, but Jada, who has been public about her alopecia diagnosis for a good while, documenting her struggle with hair loss, was not impressed. And of course, in defense of his wife, he probably felt like he had to do something. Now, Chris obviously didn't think that he had crossed a line, but Will did, and he made his feelings known when he socked the dude in the face. Now, a stunned Chris Rock exclaimed, "Wow, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me." The American broadcast on ABC actually muted and even froze, but in other countries it continued, and Will could be heard shouting, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth," to Chris. Chris replied saying, "Wow, dude, it was a G.I. Jane joke," to which Smith replied, once again, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth." Still shocked, Rock replied, "I'm going to, okay?" before going on to say, "That was the greatest night in the history of television." And then he presented the award. Now, he eventually gained his composure and was able to carry on with handing out the Oscars and the rest of the show, but the room was left tense, with a very big sense of unease. Singer and actress Jessica Simpson has marked 4 years of being sober by sharing a picture from the day she decided to stop drinking. The 41-year-old, who was thrust into the limelight on MTV's reality show Newlyweds following her marriage to Nick Lachey from 2002 until their divorce filing in 2005, has since appeared in films such as The Dukes of Hazzard and Employee of the Month. Reflecting on her struggles with alcoholism, Jessica said that drinking made her exhausted and that now she is free. Sharing a photo to Instagram and Twitter from November 1st, 2017, Simpson wrote in a lengthy thread. This person in the early morning of November 1st, 2017 is an unrecognizable version of myself. I had so much self-discovery to unlock and explore. I knew in this very moment I would allow myself to take back my light, show victory over my internal battle of self-respect, and brave this world with piercing clarity. Personally, to do this, I needed to stop drinking because it kept my mind and heart circling in the same direction, and quite honestly, I was exhausted. I wanted to feel the pain so I could carry it like a badge of honor. I wanted to live as a leader does and break cycles to advance forward, never looking back with regret and remorse over any choice I have made and would make for the rest of my time here within this beautiful world. She added, "I can't believe it's been 4 years. It feels like maybe 2. I think that's a good thing. There's so much stigma around the word alcoholism or the label of an alcoholic. The real work that needed to be done was to actually accept failure, pain, brokenness, and self-sabotage. The drinking wasn't the issue, I was. I didn't love myself. I didn't respect my own power. I own my personal power with soulful courage. I am wildly honest and comfortably open. I am free." Simpson, who said she has made nice with the fears and accepted the parts of her life that are just sad, was supported by her fans and fellow celebrities after sharing the post. "Wildly honest," wrote comedian Chelsea Handler, while Hollywood star Diane Keaton shared multiple heart emojis. "So much honesty," Thor actor Jamie Alexander added, with reality TV star Snooki stating, "You are an inspiration, and this is exactly why you are literally my role model. Love you forever." A fan page dedicated to Simpson wrote, "The way you have always led with honesty is moving. Your team of lifers loves you."